Let's learn customs. What's up? My name is Coozie, and welcome to my first ever Escape from Tarkov map guide. Timestamps are in the description. I'm gonna try to be as thorough as possible, as concise as possible. So enough pitter patter, chitter chatter. Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, here are the keys that you will need, okay? Director's office, factory key, gas station storage, gas station office, dorm 105, 214, 110, 204, USEC stash, 220, marked room, 104, 114, and there's some that you don't have to have if you don't want to, and there's some that I've obviously left out that could be of value, but these are obviously the most valuable ones. What I'm gonna do now is jump into an offline mode raid and cover the map. So I spawned in a bush, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that a lot of this is gonna be time-lapse, like traversing from place to place, but just pay attention to the surroundings. It won't be in like hyperspeed mode, but fast enough to where it's not gonna eat up the majority of the video. But first, we're gonna start back here at Crossroads. So this is Crossroads. This is a constant extract if you spawn on the opposite side of the map. So if you spawn around a bunch of like trees and stuff, you know that, and if you check your extracts, son of a wrong button. If you check your extracts and it says Crossroads, then that's how you know that you got to go to this side. Okay. What I do want to do is just kind of cover the map as best as I can, though. Alrighty. Coming to the complete opposite side, we have this orange tanker, which you will need for BP Depot. It's like one of the early prepper quests. Right in there, we'll get to in a moment. Right here, this little patch of grass is called Trailer Park. This is another extract that is pretty constant. So just remember, if you're on this side of the opposite side of the map, Trailer Park is going to be your go-to. If you really want to, you could go to Crossroads, but I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, so let's go into storage. There's not really much to it. Like around here, we'll start in the back. Okay, so there's a cheeky little entrance point right here. Reference the orange tanker. There's a car that you can check if you want to. We're gonna cut left towards Crossroads. I'm gonna go on the outside perimeter, and don't be afraid to hop in here and just check all of these, because with dynamic loot in the game now, there's no telling what you're going to be able to find. There is a scav spawn in this area, and early raid, this is a pretty hot spot because a lot of PMCs spawn in this area, so they will come here looking for a fight. Obviously, check the trunks of the cars. This storage building, number 44, has a jacket here that you can search. Always check your jackets for keys. It's also got a black box. Hopefully this is the same type of black box as interchange, and it's not. Never mind. The black boxes like that on interchange always give you an Iskra. So if you need it for the Jaeger tats, that's the move. Like I said, don't be afraid to go there and check inside. Me personally, I don't really spend much time here in a raid. There is a dead body here that's always here. Can pretty much spawn anything in the game. So just check it. Don't be afraid to do that. And boom. And like I said, you can check all the storage buildings and all that stuff. There's not like fantastic loot on this part. But where we're going next is customs, the customs building. And that, my friends, is arguably the only place on this side of the river that has somewhat decent loot. So remember, on the other side of this wall is where we spawned. Let's start with this blue building here. And how I would come in, obviously, is through this door. Pretty self-explanatory. If you come in here, there is a filing cabinet. There is key spawns, potentially. There's a med case. Worth searching. Now we're going to go into the customs building. This is a location that you have to come to pretty regularly for some of the early tasks. I used to not care about this, but honestly, it's worth checking this shelf because it can spawn anything now with dynamic loot. Weapon case here. I'm not even going to search it for the sake of time. And quick little tip. If you're trying to go to customs for PvP, you can actually hop up... embarrassment. You can hop up on this. And you can get some cheeky angles on some fellers. And also have the jump on somebody, because even though people know about this spot, they're not going to check here as a first instinct. So you'll be able to see them before they see you. Then we go up the stairs here to the customs office. This is where you need the director's key that I showed you at the start. There's 2 rooms, one of which you will need to go into, which is the breach room. There will be a task item here for bad rep evidence, I think. There's 1 jacket there. I heard a rumor that intel can spawn in one of the trash cans. Spawn right there, and then the safe. Always check your safes, okay? Always check your safes. It's free money, literally. And if you have a docs case or a sick case, you can chuck it in there. And if you're at that point, then I would hope you would know that. Here on the couch, you got a duffel bag. Duffel bags are kind of like secret stashes. They can pretty much spawn anything in the game. Food spawn there. Food and medical items spawn there. Another food spawn here. This is where I thought the intel was rumored to spawn. And 1, 2, 3 PCs. And that's pretty much it up here. The one thing you have to be careful of is because you're on metal, it's so loud, somebody could have heard you from outside and be camping you right there. I've died that way multiple times. So just be careful. It's better to come over here like towards the end of the raid. So if we go towards this back corner, honestly, it doesn't hurt to just check the bottom of these scaffolding things. Right in here, there's a box that you can check. I think something spawns on the ground right over here. So yeah, tech spawn here, believe it or not. And then that's pretty much it. I thought that there was a duffel bag, but I was wrong. Okay, we're almost done with this side of the map. We have 1 more spot to go to. That's worth looking. Oh, and as far as scavs go, there is a potential scav spawn or 2. Like in this area, so just be on the lookout for that. Like I said, there's like 1 to 2, maybe 3 scav spawns in storage, so you just got to be aware. In here, this is identical to the other one as far as looks go, but you've got a duffel bag here, filing cabinet, weapon crate or weapon box, and 2 jackets. Definitely worth coming over here. All right, so now we're gonna come out. We're going to go to the railroad tracks. And what I'm going to do is, instead of going straight down and across, I'll take you back to the... No, I'll go straight across here. I can show you a couple of hidden stashes. Alright, so we're gonna cross this land bridge. Make sure that your stamina is all the way up, because especially at this point in the wipe, people are starting to work on their shootborn and heaven kills. So people like to sit up on that bridge and just like pick people off easily. Or somebody behind too. Alright, so when you come up here, take a left. If you want to go through the tube, you can. But underneath this piping here, there's a secret stash. Okay. I'm not going to loot it for the sake of time. Come to the next set of piping, and instead of coming right here, go to the next little gap. And right in these bushes, somewhere, is a secret stash. Okay. And then what you can do, you can come up here. There will be scavs up here, 100%. This is like a scav breeding ground almost. Okay. We're gonna stay on the this side of the map, and then I'll loop back around. This is an extract. It's called RUAF Roadblock. This is one that, like, if the light is on, like you're seeing here, that means it's available. Like I said, plenty of scav spawns. Not really any loot. I mean, loot can spawn right there, but not really any loot here. For one of the skier quests, you need to check this body so you can get the unknown key. If you check it and it's gone, that means somebody took it. But it can also spawn other items too, so it's worth checking. Now I'm going to take you into what's called Crackhouse. And it's nothing but medical spawns, and honestly, over the last couple weeks, it has been a PvP hotspot. So if you're just trying to loot, don't come here. You walk in this. So as you can see, this door spawns open. So don't freak out, okay? But also be aware. There's loot spawns on this table. You open this office, which honestly, for the sake of efficiency, I would say don't even worry about looting in here. You got a duffel bag. You got ammo spawns here, a jacket, and I imagine something spawns on that. Food items spawn here. You've got a med box here. That door spawns closed. Open this. This is the bathroom. There's nothing really in here, so I wouldn't waste your time. One thing that I did learn, though, I'll show you here in a moment. You open this door. There's a dead body that is always searchable. It's got some loot. There's weapon attachments that spawn right here. There's item spawn here. And a duffel bag there. Jacket here. Come in here. There's a jacket. There is another loot spawn and apparently a valuable loot spawn. Obviously, food spawns on the table. Duffel bag. And then if you come straight across, you can actually search this body. I didn't know that. Shout out to Trey24K's stream for teaching me that unintentionally. And apparently there's also ammo spawn there. Okay, let's head upstairs. If you come straight ahead, this room is an intel spawn. So if you come right, you can obviously get some paper. But check these shelves. Also, food items spawn right here, as you can see. So just check the shelves real quick. These are penetrable, as you can see. So they're not good cover. Just go ahead and throwing that out there. I think intel can spawn here too, but you got 2 filing cabinets. But with this angle, I would just be very careful. Okay. This area is good for finding heals. Namely, like found and raid morphines if you need that. And of course, as I shout that out, it's not gonna... Oh, yep. Found and raid morphine. Other healing items too, obviously. Like you got a cat tourniquet right there. Alright. Then the room across from that is like a storage room, but it has spawns here. You've got a CMS kit. That's not consistent, but loot spawn here. Obviously here. And just check the shelves for other healing items, and I think other things can spawn there too. Okay, so we're gonna go out the top here. We came from right over there. We came inside, and here's the door on the first floor that's closed. Now, when you're rotating, be careful. This area is a pretty good area for PvP if you're looking for that. But now let's go to Fortress. Fortress is called many things. They call it skeleton, all that stuff. But what you need to know is this is a very PvP heavy and boss heavy location. Rashala and his boys like to spawn here a lot, okay? So when you come in here, there's loot spawns on this table. When you come in here, tech spawn there, 2 jackets. Spawn here, I would imagine. Supply crate, weapon box, weapon crate. Heal spawns right there. And also a black box there. And also people just like to camp right there. Okay. Somebody, I think, found a way to jump up here, but I'm not sure. So just be aware of that. There's a staircase going up. I'm going to go up on the other side just for demonstrative purposes. Check the bed here and here. Duffel bag there. Item crate there. There's more item spawns here. Okay, we go up. Alright, nothing really to worry about over here. There's a supply crate there. These are LMGs. You can get on them if you want. I wouldn't recommend it because it exposes your position quickly. Another spawn there. Okay. Thought there was a toolbox, but ammo spawn here. There you go. And this is the other staircase I was just talking about. Toolbox there. Supply crate there. And yeah, I think that's it. You can jump down here if you want. Just be careful. And underneath, I'll show you where it leads to. This right here is ZB013. You have to have the power on, which I'll show you that here in a moment, as well as the factory key. Alright, so how you get to that from inside. So we just came from this room, right? We came around, we went in here, and we went up. So if you go down, that'll take you to ZB013. Now, before I go to the next, I guess, half of the map, I'm going to cover the other side of construction. Now, the pathing I am taking, I would be very careful in an actual raid just because, I mean, look at how open this is. And if I were to get shot at, it would take me, like, I know this sounds, like, kind of comical, but it would take me seconds to get into cover, right? And in Tarkov, a second is huge, obviously. Okay, you get the point. Crate right there. We all know what they look like now. Alright, so here, I think this is what they call actual, like, skeleton. Because literally looks like the skeleton of a building. You can get up here, but just be careful because it's very exposed on all sides. And any somewhat decent player that's, like over there with a sniper or even in dorms, if they're decent, then you're probably gonna get killed. Okay, so you got a box here, you can jump across. That's literally all the loot. There's apparently med spawns here. If you want to, there's a cheeky way you can just kind of like walk along the rafters, but I wouldn't do it. But this does give you a pretty good advantage or vantage point on that side of Fortress. Okay, so if you, I really want to just jump down, but that wouldn't be wise now, would it? So just so that I kind of touch on everything but don't make it too drug out, what was it? I think it's bad rep evidence. I know I said that earlier, but I think this is the actual task. You need the key for that. That is the portable cabin. This is bus depot. Scavs like to spawn along this area. There's some secret stashes, but this isn't a secret stash video. This is a map guide. Honestly, part of me wants to like kind of be like, okay, here's 2-story, here's 3-story, and then do like a whole separate video to customs, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I'm backtracking here, and you'll see why in a moment. So because I want to help you like learn as best as you can. So if you come right here, just on the other side of that wall is where we came up from. Okay, we came up, we went that way, and we went around. Now I'm gonna go this way because this is another potential path you can take. We're gonna come right here to old construction. This is a pretty good PvP spot, as well as there's multiple scavs that spawn in this area. No like good loot or anything like that, but it's worth noting just because you will come here a lot. Also, here's another orange tanker for BP depot. This is also the same one that you need for the bronze pocket watch task. And just for reference here, when you come up from there and you go over here, you'll be able to see Crackhouse. There it is. Let's time lapse this. Okay, so this is where we left off, right? So we're gonna hug the fence. Be careful because people do still have the ability to see you. And I know I'm not really touching on secret stashes, but there are some pretty convenient ones, and they're worth hitting. So right here, there's one. And what you want to do is you want to cross the tracks. Do not go past that pole. Obviously, that's either bait. I have seen one person loot it, but I never risk it. There's another secret stash right here. And where we are heading now is Old Gas Station. Old Gas Station, I have a love-hate relationship with. Because PMCs are sneaky. There's scavs everywhere. And it's can be a bit chaotic. Alright? So first and foremost, you can actually spawn right here. Literally. So if you get this spawn, turn around and hit this secret stash. And then come up under this tree. There is a spawn for literally anything in the game. That's actually a really decent stock. There's a med bag there. And then you come in here. And because the green smoke is there, we have... That means that old gas station extract is available.
Clean sweep.
Is available for us. Okay? But there is stuff that can spawn here as well as all on the table, as you see. Here's another orange tanker for BP Depot. And there's two ways you can go about this. You can either actually there's three ways. You can go under the bridge. You can jump up. Or if you're like trying to just get out of the raid and you don't see anything smoke-wise, or like, you know, if you're looking for scavs and you don't see anything, you can, instead of going into the fence, come around, hug the wall. That way you're kind of using the low ground for cover. Come across the tracks about here. And then whenever I get my stamina back up, I'll gladly show you a little shortcut. Come down to this and then just jump up. And then, boom. We are on the bridge. So that's a little shortcut if you're not wanting to cut through old gas. Okay? There's a scav spawn along this area. Just be careful. You remember ZB013? And how it has to have the power on? Come into this door. And here's the power. Flip that on. I think there are some spawns there. And then in here, there's like some loot. It's not great, but you can drop down and then come to the other side. There's a med bag spawn as well as a stim spawn there. I lied to you. Not this side, the other one. So the side we came down, directly behind it, there's a sleeping bag. There's spawns all along here, as well as a med bag, or a duffel bag. Coming back up. You can actually cut through, like so. You can come up here as well. And this will take you back to old gas. Okay? There's nothing really worth looting in there. There's nothing really worth looting in there. You do have to go in there for a task, as well as there's a spawn. But this is Warehouse 4. For the sake of time, I'm just going to kind of speed run this, because I have 18 more minutes. So to get into this, you need the factory key. If you don't have the factory key, and you have enough, like, strength, I guess, you can hop up onto this, jump, and then boom. Okay? That puts you on the other side. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut through this, just in the event that you do come in here, because you do have the factory key. Okay? You can open this. There's a box here. I thought of filing, yep, filing cabinet, and then spawns here. And we'll touch on gas station here in a moment. So we cut across. And what I'm going to do... So I'm going to touch on this back area towards the end of the video, because that's where we have to go. Okay, in here, literally, you spawn in, and this is really the only area that you got to worry about, and that. Okay. Back here, I call them occasional spawns, but this is ZB 1012. If the light is on, which it is not, you can extract there. If not, you got to go all the way to ZB 1011, which I will show you here in a moment. But before we get to that, I am going to go to gas station. All right, so you saw how I did that, right? I hopped up on the little lip and jumped over. Okay. So now we're on the backside of gas station. Rashala can spawn here as well. Rashala is a scav boss. Okay. Check this bus on occasion because the Goshen key, which is what you need for a task, can be found here. Inside, there's not really any loot, like just laying around. There is the occasional food spawn along this way. Here, there's a free room there, and then this is a medical storage. And then this is the gas station office key, which has a safe in it, as well as, I want to say a couple spawns along here. Okay. We gotta keep moving. Next, I think we'll trek on over to dorms. And then we'll trek back over in this area. Hit up military checkpoint. And then extract via 1011. And then that should be it. So, time lapse, here we go. Okay, on your way to dorms, always check here because a flash drive can spawn there. There's also a duffel bag and sometimes a backpack, like a scav backpack will spawn there if you need one. In the event you need one. Okay. This way is going to take you to 2-story. It's going to come up behind, alright? You cannot come in through the side right here. You can go up and in if you want to. Let me just try to simplify 2-story for you. All you need to worry about is coming in. You don't even need the key for that, okay? Come in on this side. And I'll show you how to get in from the back. This room and this room are the 2 rooms you only care about on this side of 2-story, okay? 110 and 114. That's it. Because 114 has all of that shit. 110 has a safe, and we like safes, okay? Alright, there's a body here you can search on your way in or out. And what we do is we jump into this window. And how to get in, you walk up on these trash bags and then jump and then press A to kind of like strafe midair. And that's how you get in. Now, for the other side, in case you missed it whenever we were walking in, you jump on that, the barrel, come across these two beds, open the door. And on this side, all you care about is 105 and 104. I'll show you what's in there. In 104, we have 2 jackets and a toolbox. So you don't have to have the 104 key if you don't want to. In 105, however, there is a safe. We love safes. Safes are good. So we're going to go with the 105 key. You can go out this door, but a lot of times people like to be just stupid doo-doo heads and, you know, camp in bushes. So let's cut across to 3-story now. Now, 3-story is a little bit different, all right? We got a lot of rooms that we care about in 3-story, okay? You can go in through the front, or what you can do is jump out the window, come across, jump on this, shoot the window out, and then jump in via that way. Kind of throw people off guard. Okay. First floor, don't worry about anything unless you have to for a task. Always check this couch because literally anything from like propane to a Bitcoin can spawn here, okay? As far as this floor goes, I'm sure that there's like filing cabinets and stuff. Whenever I come here, I don't really care about it, okay? So go all the way up to the top. I will say this, Rashala can spawn in dorms. He does a lot, okay? So down here, if you come in here, you have 2 jackets. Those are good. We like those. What we really like, though, is on the far side, we have another jacket room, but even better than that, as well as a food spawn, we have the marked room. The marked room is supposed to be really great, but it seems like every time I come in here, I just get a a weapon. And it's not even that great, as you saw. So, you can get the marked room key if you want to. My luck, I haven't had good luck with it, okay? So after you hit marked room in those 2 jacket rooms, come down. Once you get to the staircase, take a right. Okay? And 203 is not one that I have. 204 is a good key to have because it has like a weapons safe in it. Up top is like the same thing as a safe. As you see. Rubles, diary, same loot table. And then here can spawn attachments, guns, etc. And then I think there's a spawn here. There is. Where was it? Whatever. Okay. Alright. Then once you're done there, I don't know if there's 2 jackets here. In fact, for the bronze pocket watch, you need to hit this for the machinery key. Okay? Once you're done there, cut across. You can take a right down this hallway. 220, I mean, you're gonna need it for a couple tasks, but loot-wise, I mean, there's only a duffel bag and a jacket, and occasionally something spawns good on the bed. And then straight across from that, you've got 2 jackets on the floor here. Come to the hallway again, take a right. Last door on the left. We like this. We like this door because it has a safe. Very good. Very nice. Wonderful. Okay? Now, before I leave dorms, I want to show you something. And I don't know if I can pull it off. And what I might do is I might hop into another raid. But if you are ever fighting in dorms and you have somebody on 2nd floor, what you can do is very carefully go to hop off and oh, it didn't work. You can somehow drop down and into there, and it'll fuck with them every single time. Seriously. Okay. I may have to hop in another raid just long enough for me to cover this back portion, but I'm gonna use every bit of this 9 minutes. It's an offline raid anyways. Okay, so we're basically going back to where we were, and where I'm taking us is we're gonna go to military checkpoint and straight across. The reason why I'm covering military checkpoint is because it's a scav hotspot as well as a sniper scav location, which I haven't touched at all in this video. Basically with sniper scavs, just check every high roof, okay, and high place and see if you see a little dot. Because if sniper scav sees you, it's over, bro. He does not miss, and it is not fun. So we're coming up behind on the other side of gas station now. As you can see. And I'm actually going to go up to this little power tower. Which I have like unlimited endurance on offline mode. Okay. This isn't really a good loot spot. This is a hot spot for like players rotating, okay? So just be aware of that. You can have some cool fights because of the rocks and shit, but yeah. Alright, so we are coming up on military checkpoint. I think I might be able to get all of this done in this one raid. Alright, military checkpoint. Sniper scav is up there. There's also another sniper scav that can spawn back there on the rocks later on in the raid. There's also multiple scavs that spawn along here. When you get to the quest Tiger Safari, there's 1 and 2. And then the other one is back the other way. But, yeah. Okay. So remember the pointless building that I told you about? That's it right there. Be careful whenever you go to swing. This is the only way around. You can search in there if you want to. This is more important. That Amercom stash key goes to this door. In fact, for the sake of time, okay. There's really not much good loot in there. It's just 2 boxes pretty much. And I guess stuff spawning on the ground. What you want to do is come up the stairs. This is kind of like the director's office. Be careful because if people hear you, they might camp you. There's a room here, food items, and then potential valuables. To the left here, we have like a little workshop that can spawn weapon attachments. Nothing really along here. Weapon attachments there. A box here. Spawn there, and there. Okay. You open the door, and you've got med spawn here. Now, here's the important one. Go back here and check the mannequin, because the roller watch can spawn there, as well as like gold chains and chainlets can spawn right here. So it's worth checking back here. And then right in here, you got some other spawns. And if you come down here, this is still inside. It's actually a cheeky little spot. If you know someone's camping you, you can come down that way. This side, on the other hand, does not have any sort of like alternative route, but it does have good loot. So if you come in, you come straight across. There's tools that can spawn here, tools that can spawn here, a med bag, and then other equipment spawn there. There's a duffel bag there. Jacket in this bathroom. That's really about it. You've got tech spawns on the floor, 2 PCs, a spawn here, duffel bag there. Always check the blue lockers. They can always spawn something. And check the tables for anything, really. Weapon attachments on this table, jacket there. Sorry, I'm trying to hurry. And then, I mean, there could be some other stuff, but I really don't spend that much time in here. Coming right next door. I typically just skip this building, but we'll take a peek inside real quick. So, again, it's kind of like the other one. All you really need to worry about is, like, right at the front. So, you got a dead body here. You can search. Toolbox. Potential spawns on the shelf and the desk. Also, scavs can be in this area, so be careful. If you come straight across, this is a good little room to hit on the way out. If you come in here, come upstairs. Jacket here. Green box here. Potential loose loot here, as you saw. Computer, toolbox, and then other loose loot. And then it took me forever to realize this, but I didn't realize there was a toolbox here. Toolbox here, tech spawn there, dynamic loot. All right, come over here. You've got loose stuff here. If this was an online raid, I'd be shitting myself. That's huge. And then technical supply crate there. Check these brown boxes for ammo. And what you can do is you can come out this way. And right there is where we're going to be extracting. I'll touch on that here in a moment. I have time. Alright. We have a secret stash here. Like I said, this isn't like necessarily a secret stash video, but it helps to point them out if they're kind of like in your path, right? You don't want to go out of your way, but it would be helpful to know, right? You got, and right next to this bush, right near this little like jutty thing, you've got a secret stash there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to extract via ZB1011. A scav does hang out in this area. Also on that corner, I think right next to that bush, if you can see it, there's a secret stash. And there's a few more along the way, but honestly, Map Genie is going to be your best friend. Okay, anytime you come down here, first of all, be aware that there may be somebody hiding in the bush. And anytime you come down, because ZB1012 looks just like this, except there's like a dead body in a grenades case. But always check to make sure someone isn't exit camping here and here. Okay. And that, my friends, is customs. Wow. All right, well, that was a heap of information, and I'm actually surprised we got it all done in one raid. Now, granted, there might be a couple nitpicky things that I did leave out, and if I missed something really important, let me know in the comments down below. Speaking of algorithm help, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. It helps me more than you know. If you are new here and you want to find your way back for more Tarkov content, make sure to hit the subscribe button with notifications on. Other than that, if you want to come check me out live, I do stream on Twitch Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. The link is in the description below, as well as a link to my second channel, which covers all of my music if you like metal and stuff like that. I hope this guide helped you in some way, shape, or form. If it did, if you learned something new, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear how this helped you. But yeah, enough pitter patter chitter chatter. Hope you guys take care, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.